guys, welcome back to A Moment with Amisha. Alright, I have something different and new for you guys this time. I'm starting a dating and marriage relationship series, so I'm going to be coming back every now and then, once a week, with a new video about different topics concerning dating and marriage relationships. So for you single ladies out there, you single men, you married men, married women, this is all for you. Alright, and I'm just going to be giving you stories about my personal life in the past and testimonies of my friends and things that I've heard and they've dealt with, just kind of giving you some tips and things and advice that you could use to help you if you're struggling with your dating relationship or marriage relationship. So stay tuned for different videos to come. Okay, so let's jump into this one. This video, as I'm sure you have read in the description, it says reading between the lines, okay? So what I really want to talk about is, this more so has to do with dating, kind of. Ladies, I know how frustrating dating can be. I've been there. I know I'm married now. I've been married for a little over a year now. But I mean, that's just a little over a year. So I know I have more memories and knowledge of my dating life versus married life. But so I can relate. I can feel your pain. I mean, it's 2016. Ain't a lot to choose from out there. It's just really, really hard. So I just want to share with you some tips about really getting to know what a man is saying to you. Okay, reading between the lines. You know, when you're dating those guys and they're just giving you so many mixed signals and you just really don't know what the heck they're trying to say to you, okay? You know, whether it's via text or they're on the phone talking to you or you out on a date, you know, you're just not really sure if they're really serious about you. So that's basically what it is. Reading between the lines is really trying to understand if this guy is really for you, if he's really trying his best to be with you, or is he just trying to get a little something and go about his business. And of course, you know, I'm talking about godly things here, so that's not the route we want to go. But you know, just really understanding what guys are really communicating to you. All right, and I had a struggle with that, trying to figure out and I'm such a curious person at heart anyway. It's crazy out there nowadays. I get you, I feel you. Just stay with me. I'm trying to help you out here. Okay, all right, so the first thing I want to talk about is guys not taking the initiative. Okay, if you're dating a guy and it really seems like you are always having to come up with something for you guys to do, or if he does come up with something, it's just like he gives you very last minute notice, and you don't really have time to prepare for it, that may be a sign that he's really not into you, or he's kind of selfish, and he has some selfish tendencies because he's just so concerned about you being able to be at his beck and call. And so it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. So you want to make sure you're being with someone who's going to not only take the initiative, but give you proper time to be able to do things with that person. Not naming any names here because that's just so totally inappropriate. But I remember when I was talking to a guy and you know, he wanted to go out and do things, but he would like call me and tell me, oh, I'm about to go do this like in 10 minutes or so. And yes, we both stayed in the same area, city. Well, not really the same city, but you know, when he would be over this way, he may say, oh yeah, let's go do this and let's go do that. And I'm like, well, right now, I mean, you didn't give me proper time to get myself together, you know. And it was always that way. It was always, if you can't make it, oh well. It was nothing where you, like, maybe he could have suggested, you go find something for us to do and let's make sure we have enough time to do it, you know, that type of thing. So if you're struggling with a guy that's you're just not really considerate of your time, you might want to reconsider him, or at least have a talk with him with, you know, what's going on. Here's another thing. A guy that only just wants to text you. I've been there. I like texting. I do like texting. I mean, it's 2016. Who doesn't text? But if that's your only form of communication, something's wrong. All right. So you may want to have that discussion with that person and tell them, let's work on having another form of communication. Now, if that's your thing, you're totally fine with texting. He's fine with texting. Hey, do you, boo? Do you? But I just know that didn't work for me. I want to hear your voice. I mean, I remember dating a guy that that was all that he wanted to do was text. He didn't care to hear my voice, and that bothered me. So, I mean, as long as you two on the same page, if you like texting and texting only, then go for it. But, you know, to me, I feel like something's being hidden. You know, you don't want to talk to me. You know, hear my voice. Most guys, if they're really into you, they want to hear your voice. It's almost like a form of intimacy there. That because they get to hear how you sound, they get to really feel your emotions coming through. You can't tell who's really going through anything with a phone. I mean, how can you tell anything? So, yeah. Texting only, no verbal communication at all. Not a good sign. Number 3, making time for you. Make sure your guy makes time for you. I love quality time. That is definitely my love language. And my husband gets it and does the best job with it. He gets it. I mean, he really gets it. And I almost feel like that's part of his love language too, is making time for each other. You know, making sure you spend that quality time with each other. When we were dating, I don't think I've ever experienced being with a person that enjoyed planning and making sure that we spent quality time with each other. Even if that meant, because he lived all the way in Colombia and I lived in Florence, so he would make those drives here to make sure we spent that time with each other. I didn't have to ask. I didn't say, well, can you come spend some time over here in Florence with me? No, I didn't have to do that. It was because he wanted to. He was interested in me. He wanted to do it. All right. And kind of going back to number 2 with guys not taking initiative. If they're not really into you, they're going to show you that they're not into you because they're not going to really be pursuing you. That makes sense. You're going to feel like you're doing all the work. And I've been there, done that. And it's not cool. So, yeah. You get them sizzles. But, yeah, make sure you're with a guy that's going to make time for you. And it shouldn't be like he's forced to do something. It should be more of a natural, like, man, I really enjoy spending time with this girl. Or, you know, it should feel like he wants to be there. It really should feel like he wants to be there. So, making time for you. The next one is respecting your boundaries. Now, I get that it's 2016. I keep saying this because, you know, there's so many different things. There's so many different ways that women and men go about dating nowadays. I mean, some women just give it all. Some women have boundaries. Some men give it all. Some men have boundaries. So it's just one of those things where if you have boundaries, you know this is not a go for you for this relationship. You need to make sure you say that up front. And if your guy has a problem with it, he's not respecting it, then he needs to kick it. I mean, it is what it is. For instance, sex. If sex is a deal breaker right off the bat when you're dating anyway, if he doesn't respect that, then he needs to go. Spending the night with each other. If you're not cool with that, he's not cool with that, you need to, or if you're not cool with that, he needs to go. I mean, I've heard stories of people saying that they don't want to kiss until their wedding day. I personally did not do that. That was not one of my boundaries. But for instance, maybe that is yours. Maybe you don't want to kiss or hug or even hold hands until you're married. That's fine. And if your guy friend can't appreciate that or accept that that's a boundary of yours and respect it, then, you know, maybe he's not the one for you. All right, so respecting your boundaries. And maybe he has boundaries. I'm not trying to make this a one-sided type thing. If guys, you guys out there, if you don't want to see your lady after 8 o'clock, it's getting late and getting dark, and your mind start going all kinds of ways, and she can't handle it, she still wants to sit up under you and cuddle and things, then, you know, she's not being respectful. So it goes both ways. So respect those boundaries. All right, the last one. You're just altogether confused. You're just altogether confused. You don't know if he's really serious about you, or if he really is serious about you. You just don't know. He's just so confusing to you. That to me is just, I can't stand that. I've dated a guy that just had me so confused. I really didn't know what the heck was going on. And let me tell you, God is not the author of confusion. So neither should your husband to be or your boyfriend that you're dating or that you're courting or whatever. God is not an author of confusion. So if you think you're dating someone that could potentially be your husband, and he has you confused, you don't know if you're going left or right or up or down, then he needs to go. Okay, so be careful about that. There's a lot of women out there that are just walking around confused. They don't know, and they really probably don't care, but you should care, and you should write them off. Yeah, there's just no time to be wasting on guys that just not for you. They don't get it. They don't understand what they really want. And I think it's, if you're especially dating to marry, you really need to know what it is that you want and go for that. Okay, so guys, that's it. I don't want to keep you too long, so I just wanted to give you those helpful tips out there. Ladies and gents, this is for you. It can go both ways, guys. It's not just for my ladies. It's just, I want to help those who may be experiencing something I've went through with dating. It can be very, very challenging out there. So just keep these things in mind, and happy dating, happy godly dating. And again, stay tuned for more videos on this series with dating and marriage relationship videos to come. I have some great stuff I want to share with you, so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. I realize that a lot of you are watching these videos but you're not subscribing, so you can keep up with what I'm doing. Okay, so hit that subscribe button right above the description box. Hit it right now. All right, now don't leave without hitting it. Okay, thank you guys. I'll see you back with another video of A Moment with Amisha. Bye.